The political fault lines inside the African National Congress, ANC, have cracked open once again, this time with former President Jacob Zuma launching a fiery accusation against President Cyril Ramaphosa. In what many analysts describe as one of the most explosive claims to surface in recent years, Zuma has openly accused Ramaphosa of orchestrating sabotage from within, accusing him of deliberately undermining the movement to cling on to power while weakening those who oppose him. Speaking at a public gathering filled with both loyalists and curious onlookers, Zuma's words reverberated through the political sphere. He described Ramaphosa as a leader obsessed with control, not with service to the people, and warned that the ANC was now on the edge of total collapse because of internal betrayal. Zuma, whose own political career has been defined by scandal, defiance, and a cult-like following, appeared emboldened as he pointed fingers at Ramaphosa's presidency. Zuma alleged that key decisions within the ANC, from leadership nominations to provincial disputes, had been deliberately manipulated by Ramaphosa's inner circle. He claimed that the president has weaponized state institutions, not only to shield himself from corruption scandals but also to crush political opponents inside the party. He talks about renewal, Zuma declared, but what he truly means is removing anyone who dares to challenge him. The accusations come at a moment of unprecedented turbulence for the ANC. With factional battles intensifying and corruption scandals still haunting the party, Zuma's attack threatens to ignite a new wave of political instability. Insiders say that Ramaphosa, already facing declining public confidence, cannot afford to allow Zuma's words to gain traction among grassroots supporters who feel abandoned by the party's leadership. Political analysts note that Zuma's statements, though dramatic, tap into a growing frustration among ordinary South Africans. The perception of rising unemployment, worsening load shedding, and unchecked corruption has left many citizens disillusioned. In this environment, Zuma's claims of sabotage and betrayal find fertile ground. For Zuma, it is not only about exposing Ramaphosa but also about positioning himself and his breakaway formation as the true defenders of the liberation movement's legacy. The ANC, meanwhile, has been silent in its official response. Spokespersons have avoided directly addressing Zuma's claims, instead emphasizing the need for unity and discipline. Behind closed doors, however, the accusations are said to have sparked deep unease. Some senior figures reportedly fear that Zuma's rhetoric could fracture the ANC ahead of the 2026 elections, while others quietly admit that Ramaphosa's style of leadership has indeed alienated significant sections of the party. Critics of Zuma have dismissed his accusations as nothing more than political theater, a tactic to distract from his own mounting legal woes. They argue that Zuma's track record leaves little room for credibility and that his sabotage claims are a desperate attempt to remain politically relevant. Yet, even his critics concede that Zuma still commands influence, especially among the ANC's traditional support base in KwaZulu-Natal and other strongholds where loyalty to him runs deep. The broader question now is what this means for South Africa's political landscape. If Zuma's accusations continue to dominate headlines, they could undermine Ramaphosa's already fragile standing. Should the ANC appear divided and chaotic, opposition parties may seize the opportunity to present themselves as alternatives in the eyes of weary voters. The Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, and the Democratic Alliance, DA, have already capitalized on the ANC's turmoil in recent years, and fresh fractures could open the door even wider. As the crisis deepens, South Africans are left watching a party once revered as a liberation movement descend into factional warfare. Whether Zuma's accusations are genuine or simply another act of political maneuvering, one thing is certain: the ANC's crisis has reached a point where the stakes are no longer just about individuals but about the survival of the party itself. And at the center of it all stands the duel between Jacob Zuma and Cyril Ramaphosa, two men bound by the same party, but divided by visions of power, legacy, and survival.